that technology and deployed it across hundreds of companies around the world. So we're going to hear from them. So you're going to hear from product management, IBM, you're going to hear from Pragma Edge, and we know who the real rock stars of today, is you. You've taken the technology, put it in your organization, you told us loud and clear, our IBM Sterling data exchange technology is moving critical, mission-critical data. You have grown your business across multiple decades using that technology. This is a very important part of your architecture. You told us it's a tier 1 architecture, a tier 1 application. Talking to someone this morning, they said, SAP or the mainframe is pretty useless without the feed coming through the technology. And it's very, very true. So thank you for being here. Thank you for making the IBM Sterling Data Exchange product the #1 product in the marketplace when it comes to B2B. So, thank you. So before I go any further, we have some administration stuff housekeeping stuff we have to do. If you want the internet passwords on the wall here if you need to get connected, what we're going to do is that we kind of broke it down. We're all going to be in this main room for the morning. Then we'll have lunch, and then afterwards we have the breakout sessions. So there's 3 individual rooms. Management tracks in the corner. We have the developer tracks, the labs right here in the middle. And then over here, we have the architect track. We'll have the breaks here. We have morning break, we have an afternoon break. And the format, how this is going to work is that, you don't really have to watch the clock. The breaks are like 15 minutes, lunch is about an hour. But when it gets down to roughly 5 minutes to go, on the screen, you're going to see a countdown. And so when you start hearing music, you have really roughly 3 minutes to get in your room. And so, pretty simple stuff. So, since I kind of mentioned that you're using the #1 technology in the marketplace, we have 8 of the 10 largest banks using the technology. All the companies you're familiar with, you saw on the logo page, and only some of them, they're the ones right here are using our technology. You probably can ask yourself why you're here. If you could already grown your business for decades using the IBM Sterling Data Exchange technology, why are you here? Is it for the warm weather? Is it to hang out with Mickey Mouse? Is it the happy hour last night? But it's not those things. It is. I know you're under a large number of pressure right now in the industry. And I was sitting there watching the kickoff of this. I wrote down a quote that was mentioned that there are those who feel comfortable sitting in the sidelines watching change happen, and those who lead it. And I truly believe we have all the leaders here that do change. Some of you are tasked with coming here and developing a plan how to move your workload to the cloud and when to do it, or should you stay on-prem. You probably all heard about the containers. Should you embrace that technology? Should you not? Should you use Red Hat? There's so much influx right now. Many of you are trying to drive continuous value to the business. You may want to learn what are the new capabilities out there. Maybe you haven't done anything with your data exchange environment for the last few years. You probably have a lot of questions. There's a new release coming out with the engine this summer. How does it affect your environment? Should you develop a strategy for upgrades? What we have here is all the people who can help you answer those questions. So I want you to do me a favor. When IBM Product Management is giving the roadmap, ask questions, challenge them. If the Pragma team is going through their components, throw questions at them. Collaborate. This is your opportunity. So at this point, you're probably wondering, we have to start things off. Okay, you relied on the IBM Sterling Data Exchange technology for the last few decades, some of you even longer. Is it still relevant? Is it still important? Is it important to IBM? Should you put your career based on the technology? Should you, to keep recommending to the business, keep using it? So as an IBMer, I can tell you very specifically, we do a lot of things. I often hear from companies, oh, we're not big enough for IBM. Yeah, we do a lot of different things, very diverse, but not everything we do is strategic. Last time I checked, we almost have 300,000 employees. So let's just see what's important to IBM. This video here is just, roughly 2 minutes.
Our IBM technology portfolio is extensive and, as you'd imagine, is built to align with IBM's hybrid cloud and AI strategy. At the heart of our technology portfolio is Red Hat, whose Linux and OpenShift capabilities provides a truly open and consistent technology layer on which to build hybrid cloud solutions. When it comes to hybrid cloud infrastructure, we continue to build best-of-breed platforms with unparalleled performance and availability across IBM Z and Power. Our IBM Cloud platform, with its focus on regulated workloads, offers industry-leading capabilities, particularly in financial services, with a distributed cloud solution that'll bring IBM Cloud into your data center. Our software portfolio can be logically grouped to address capabilities that span automation, data and AI, security, and sustainability. If we look at the automation portfolio, then you'll see that we include capabilities that span business automation, IT automation, a suite of integration capabilities, as well as capabilities around observability and application resource management. In the data and AI space, then, we offer tools to collect structured and unstructured data, and to organize that data, tools to analyze your data, and importantly, tools to create AI models and allow for the infusion of AI into solutions built with your data. In the security space, we have capabilities to identify potential threats, to protect data and environment from threats, the ability to detect an issue should it occur in an environment, and very importantly, to be able to respond and recover from an issue should one occur. And then finally, in the sustainability space, we have solutions that allow for the management of assets and facilities to create a lower emissions business, the ability to work and create a more resilient supply chain, and then also tools that allow for essential ESG reporting for organizations to be able to drive positive change across their operations. As we deliver most of these capabilities via containers running in OpenShift, we can also bring the value of our IBM technology portfolio to other platforms such as AWS, Azure, in a true hybrid cloud manner. As mentioned at the outset, we have an extensive IBM technology portfolio designed to drive our hybrid cloud and AI vision.
So you didn't hear the word Sterling Commerce in that. The technology you're using, the official name is IBM Sterling Data Exchange. It is part of IBM Sustainability Software, our suite of products. And this is actually a very important business unit for IBM. You see in our financial reporting, you see the commercials for it, you see, if you're attending Think, there's a lot of sessions on sustainability software. So, what IBM is really good at is listening to the marketplace. So we listen very closely, a lot of our clients around the world at C-level suites, what direction they're going, what keeps them up at night, and what challenges they have. And over the last couple of years, things have changed. Sustainability has become on everyone's mind. The executives of the organizations are saying that we need to focus on this. We need to get better at this. We owe it to our employees, we owe it to our business, our industry, to get better. So, we heard, and some of the findings they said was that half of the CEOs are increasing their investment in this space dramatically. And 80% of the CEOs were saying that they believe the investment in sustainability is going to give a larger return on investment for them and position better and be more competitive in the marketplace for them. And at the same time, the industry is shifting. The consumers are saying in the last 12 months, they actually paid a premium for products from companies that they viewed as sustainable. And employees, we all want to, of course, work for a company that is green and is doing the right things. I'm sure you can all think about your organization and initiatives you heard or things you're doing to make your buildings more smarter, the recycling, every aspect of your business. And of course, the investors want to invest in a company that's going to be around for the long term. I think we all know from Finance 101 is you're in it for the long term. And you want to pick the right companies that will be here for multiple decades. So IBM last year took a big step forward in doing something about it. We launched a business unit, sustainability software. We started looking at the technology in the marketplace, what things we need that we don't have to bring it to the marketplace, bring it to our customers. One thing IBM is good at is taking technology that maybe has some elements to it that we don't have, acquiring it, making it enterprise grade, and then bringing it out to the masses. And that's what we did with Invisi. And also, in our early steps, we were getting recognized by Time Magazine. If you saw this, you read the articles in any day in the week, you read Inc. magazine or you read Wall Street Journal, they talk about sustainability. This is past the other day on Thursday, Inc. magazine was saying that companies are now recognizing they need software and services to meet their sustainability goals. So IBM Sterling Data Exchange plays an extremely important element in it. You can't be sustainable unless you have a strong supply chain. You can't be sustainable unless you have a way to move information, data, and files to appropriate places. So the first three elements of sustainability software is all about asset management. Maximal Application Suite, Environmental Intelligence Suite, which is Weather, Invisi, and Tri-Riga Application Suite. Next two is really about the supply chain suite. Been around with Sterling for a long time, that's our OMS. Sterling Data Exchange, what today is all about, and then engineering life cycle